So
Hmm,
what is the next stage?
honestly, I'm not sure. Probably one of those that I actually have the special key for, but I can't remember which area was which. Hmm.
Can you go to the opposite of the last level?
I don't know. Let's go with this one.
Also, are you going to do the hidden boss?
Probably.
God, forgotten my time.
Oh man, is this where that chainsaw guy lives?
Unfortunately, no.
Ah,
What they mean is basically that Walter hates mowing the lawn. Thinks that yard work is absolutely dreadful.
and the skeletons don't have enough upper body strength.
Yeah.
Just enchant them to make them like bite the grass a bit. Nibble off the
Skeletal
tops.
goats. Dozens of skeletal goats.
No, just regular skeletons nibbling off the top of the grass.
Skeleton Union has contacted us again, sir. They think that our treatment is unreasonably cruel.
You just cast Sadie Removal guy.
Ah, now I see your point. Thank you for opening my eyes.
That is why you take a leveling rogue.
Yeah, this is another one of the gimmicks for some of the areas.
Hey,
There are certain doors that you aren't actually able to open until you do, well, it is in the case of this area pretty much, push statues into its specific slot and it makes one of the lights go on.
I'm not sure if I hate the fact that this is a block pushing puzzle more than the fact that it's so easy.
I just really like the idea of whipping a statue backwards. I mean, if you start thinking about it, he must be putting some ridiculous force into those blows to be able to move something of that size. And then you realize he's actually using that sort of whipping power to hit people with. That whip should just be shearing people in half. It should be lopping of limbs. Jesus.
Well, he is fighting supernatural creatures.
I suppose.
Maybe we'll have one human enemy and just immediately shears him off with his whip. He has forgotten how strong he was. It will make his honeymoon a bit awkward.
Man of Steel, Woman of Tissue. Which is a book.
Why skeleton archers? Skeletons are diversifying their tactics a bit. Maybe next we'll have skeleton light infantry,
Skeleton skirmishes.
skeleton hoplites.
They were already impervious to arrows, now they're impervious to the blows of the enemy. The skeleton hoplite won't stop.
Just go into a corner and see like 30 skeletons in a formation.
Slowly advancing.
Led by skeleton Leonidas.
Tonight we dine on wall meat.
You died on.
His lower jaw just falls off. Quite time for that.
Leonidas can give his speeches as slow as he could in life. So Shining apparently with your sister thinks you are a pretty cool guy.
That's
They
nice.
got left with that 2.
Really? Because of that? That's
Yeah.
kind of odd, because I was kind of under the impression I was just being a complete and total annoying idiot.
I think we all were to complete to
Some girls like that, I was about to say. It would explain 90% of manga. Nothing is more attractive than a stupid, thick-headed nerd with no talents whatsoever. Basically the perfect mate.
And yeah, now we actually get to do an attack right after we dodge.
Oh shit. You finally reached the part in Yakuza 1 where the game becomes playable.
And there are times where I think maybe old games should have been handled the same way as the localization for the first Yakuza, just put F-bombs everywhere.
Yep. Man, those are random, just street criminals that chase after you and the things they say in the English dub as they chase you. What the fuck? Then they take off after you. I love those guys. I must have beaten so many of them into the dirt. I haven't beaten all 4 games that are available in the West several times. What are the many faces I've just crushed in Yakuza games? How many teeth have I left on the streets of Tokyo? Too many.
I wonder what that says about the Yakuza guy when he attacks the enemy's faces so vehemently. Is he
King
actually
is a cool guy.
a die-hard authoritarian? Denying others their identity?
Also, now we get to find a new enemy.
Imagine
Oh,
us. Hey.
Is it the succubus? Oh no, it's the Chicago.
Grotesques.
Yeah, their purple glove attack, it turns you into stone.
Hey, they have the ripple razor from Radius.
Why would they? I don't get it.
Well,
Stun.
I suppose later
Oh,
on
hey,
it'll
that's
kind of
fine.
make sense, maybe.
I realized though from viewing Japanese media in general that the Japanese often give just petrifying powers to gargoyles for some reason.
So they are made of stone.
But I'm made of flesh, but I don't have the magical power to turn things into meat.
Are you sure?
I have tried, I was about to say. So many times I've held on to an object and just thought to myself, imagine if this was meat.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what tearing yourself apart and flying around has to do with a storm, but okay.
Feel the storm, Leon.
Whoa!
Looks more like their skeletal rigging was bugging the hell out, honestly.
The skeletons that get easily blown away by slight breezes.
Dragon keys shine. You got the tool bag. You look inside and there's just a mirror at the bottom.
Well, it's probably a little bit early to talk about this, but what do you think of the game so far?
Yeah, I could see it,
Surprise.
it doesn't look terrible, but I could see it getting old, honestly.
It's surprisingly inoffensive so far. I mean, most times I've seen people write about this game or heard people talk about it, they just go on and on as if it was the worst third-person action game ever made in the history of man. and people comparing Castlevania 64 favorably to this, saying, "Oh yeah, Castlevania 64 is completely superior, much better game in every way." And I was thinking, wow, this must be like the shittiest game ever made, if that's true. But from what I'm seeing here, it's pretty much a very, above average 3D action game for the era. I mean, it's still fairly early in the PS2's life cycle, so to speak. 2003 is basically when people started figuring out how to use the hardware properly.
Yeah, but the core mechanics don't look bad, but the game looks a bit lifeless as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, it's lackluster in the sense that you're clearly just doing the same thing over and over again. You enter an arena and you whip some dudes, you enter an arena, you whip some dudes, you enter an arena, you run past some dudes.
Yeah, doesn't help that the enemy design is rather meh.
Yeah, the translation from sprite enemies to 3D is not expertly done, shall we say. There are a bit too many recolors.
You know, in the case of Curse of Darkness, which comes after this, you actually get, more variety, and it sort of helps take off, idiom a bit. So you can just mess around with the thousands of weapons that are in the game.
Well, that and there's also the thing that Curse of Darkness actually gives you a better reason to actually fight all of the enemies you come across, since it actually has more RPG elements than this game does. Also, is it just me, or did that one skeleton charge into me? I managed to parry it and he just exploded.
Yep, he exploded. He was apparently doing some sort of suicide attack, but you parried it.
Perfect. You was just too stunned by your perfect. Just lost the will to unlive. He took his phoenix down, the hat in his pocket from when he was back human, and used it on himself.
Okay, and now to backtrack so that I can actually set the percentage for this map.
To get that map percentage.
Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't really do all that much. It just simply has a little bit of text at the top right that says complete.
We're gonna glitch out of the map and get more than 100% map.
Okay. I'm kind of curious what the knife would do.
Force cannon! I like it.
Hey, there's 6 orcs. There's only 5 bosses.
Well, there's one hidden boss.
Oh wow, you literally have a fist cannon now. That is the best fucking thing. I love it.
This thing. Oh hey, the Tar Dogs are back.
You are now Maxima from King of Fighters.
And then, of course, there's the last elemental variation. The lightning type enemies.
I remember these guys from Circle of the Moon. They were fucking assholes.
These fuckers.
Again, that is sort of true for every enemy in Circle of the Moon.
Every time you see one, you remember you as God damn.
Honestly, the biggest problem I had with that game was, I decided to play that when I still only had the original Game Boy Advance model.
Oh, so you just see a black screen.
Pretty much.
It's some really awesome music videos.
Whoops.
Yeah, that honestly made the final battle with Dracula even worse than it already was. Considering that you couldn't even be able to tell whether or not, he was actually shooting all of those huge gigantic fireballs at you.
Well, has really actually existed.
Are Draculas even real? But it's worth thinking about.
We have aimed our top secret technology at this Game Boy Advance original. We have not yet found Dracula.
Is Dracula actually in the game? Or is it just a hoax?
They need macro electronic telescopes for it.
Yeah, now there's these things.
Oh hey, it's the all-round. Is it? No? Oh hey, there's a face.
Yeah, it's essentially just fog with a face. And for some reason it can spew poison.
I like the effect they're using for the face there though, since it turns around inside the model. I like that.
This would actually look kind of neat in a horror game. Come on, lady, pop out. Pop out. Pop out, lady.
Please stop whipping me.
Come on.
Let's see here.
There we go. Oh, lady.
Yeah,
They
more
are-
often than not, they're not really something you should really kill, at least not immediately, because you essentially use them as makeshift platforms in order to get higher up.
Did you just step on me?
Yeah, there's the Jewel Crush thing.
Jewel Crush. Is that the ball duster variant?
Oh dear. I certainly hope not.
Or maybe like a Bejeweled inspired move where you do gems line up with the enemy's balls and then you crush them.
I wonder what the Holy Water does.
Hey, you wanna do Jewel Crush?
Hey, do you crush? Hey, do you crush?
Hey,
Hey, it's that technique that Doppelganger was using.
yeah.
Okay, apparently it has various effects. If I do it with the Zircon, it increases my money. And if I do it with the Turquoise, it changes my sub-weapon. With the Opal, it apparently blows the enemy away.
We're gonna blow you away.
Well, let's find out.
Hadouken!
This is
now there was
probably going to be
spell.
pretty annoying considering that, you know, I have to deal with a real-time window, and looking at it, doesn't seem to do jack shit. It does 0 damage.
You're not Jewel Crushing hard enough.
So it's just basically interrupt all enemy attacks. Let's see. Oh shit.
Oh, cool.
Here we go. We finally have a rider kick.
Red hot kick.
Yes!
Oh, that's what it really is.
It's ridiculously fast. I love it. Oh, and you can repeat it if you have get a hit. That is yes.
You have enough altitude.
Yes. Yes. That's what I like.
3-hit combo.
This game has improved in awesomeness by like 3 degrees. I love a real nice launch kick like that. It never makes any sense from a physical standpoint, but I don't care. It's cool and it makes me feel good.
Homing food. Looking for an ass to kick.
Show me an ass and I'll kick it.
Okay,
I'll tell you,
that-
the next ass is to kick.
That at least opens that one door. The only problem is, I'm pretty sure that door is all the way back at the start of the area.
Ha ha ha, backtracking. You solved my maze.
Can you withstand my light cardio workout? Leon.
Well, at this point, it's not really light cardio anymore. He's well on his way to running a marathon at this point.
Well, he has run all the way here. Where he is here.
I suppose.
Okay, and now there's a slight variation to the dogs. Now it's just shadow wolves.
Shadow wolf.
Name that occurs a lot more in DeviantArt than you think.
Oh dear.
Shadow 64.
Original character, Dual Steam.
Perfect.
You blocked that giant eye tail thing super good.
Hey, you're here as well. Oh, stop whipping me. Oh, I never hurt you.
Well, he tends to spew out some skulls from time to time. Have good luck getting hit by those things.
Okay, the thunder swords are a bit too much, especially with those fucking faces on the blades.
Well, down to the fact that their main attack just simply involves, you know, turning upside down and bouncing around.
Now we're playing Rock'em Sock'em statues.
The game room.
And yeah, this is another one of those areas where there's a door just to the left of the area there, but again, I need a specific relic in order to actually make it there.
I'm looking forward to how we have to backtrack for all of those.
Whoa. Welcome to the Tower of Latria.
Is that lightning or just a strobe light?
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be lightning.
Your shadow shouldn't randomly change to that of the boss.
That's one Dracula's speed. Your shadow just doing silly stuff.
Dracula, dead and loving.
Oh, that's a great movie.
That movie had to suffer some severe criticism in the Skype call I had.
Well, it probably isn't Mel Brooks' best, but I thought it was still pretty entertaining.
It was in the period where Leslie Nielsen was actually in funny movies. Unlike today.
Well, that's mostly because, you know, he's dead.
Yeah, his all his last movies was Scary Movie 4 or something.
Yeah.
Well, then there was this other movie that I unfortunately saw. I don't know, what was it called again? 2001, A Space Travesty? And what a travesty it was. It's essentially a lot of the gags taken from the Naked Gun movies, only they're nowhere near as funny.
Yeah.
At all.
Bring back O.J. Simpson.
That was pretty much Leslie Nielsen's late career. It's not as funny as the Naked Gun.
Which is quite a shame because the guy had some talent.
Well, you're a pretty good, you know, pratfaller.
I
that
do
and
believe the
just
term is
simply,
physical actor.
Yeah.
I don't know, there was also the fact that he actually managed to, you know, be absolutely funny even though he was essentially playing things straight, for the most part.
Every time that man tries to be serious, I can't stop laughing at him. It's great.
Sometimes the best way to tell a joke is to be completely serious about it.
Let me tell you about libertarianism.
See? Hey, he still has a oh. Did the lightning elemental give up? Because he had a sliver of health left.
far as I know, he just blew up.
There's health bar still at health in it.
Well, you know.
I've seen what you did to the other guys, I'm putting Bobhead.
Power of lightning! Thunderbolts! For all the dramatic lightning strike effects, that armor didn't seem to care all that much.
It's insulated on the inside.
Carefully covered on the inside with rubber.
I thought it's just a ghost in some armor, so it doesn't really care.
Can't you
Yes.
just jump down the middle? Go down?
Nope. There's an invisible wall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks, player agency.
Walter is not going to allow you to miss out on some exercise.
Well, at least running downstairs is easier than running upstairs. Oof.
Oh, what was there some? Oh, yeah, the door. Oh, I did see something then.
Also, sorry alert, but the microphone seems to be picking up your breathing again.
Yeah.
It's annoying, okay?
It's still picking up.
Nope.
Not right now, anyway.
I really like those ghost guys with the lanterns and swords.
Yeah, the thing is, those lanterns that they drop just before they die, those can actually do damage to you.
Nice.
It's essentially one last little fuck you from them.
Enemies with on-death attacks are the best, especially if they're bosses and the on-death attack is an insta-kill.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Looks like you're playing this entire fight.
I even know an example where the attack is undodgeable. You have to counter it. So if you don't go, fuck you.
I believe it's in one of the first games where there's a boss that simply explodes when you kill it, and if you're anywhere within the detonation area, you just die.
I think they did something similar to that to the modern Ninja Gaiden 2. There was one boss where just before it dies, it essentially explodes, and if you weren't blocking at the time, it's essentially an instant kill. So hey, guess what? You get to do that whole boss fight all over again.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know. I suppose I'll admit that Tomonoe Itagaki has some pretty good ideas, but at times the guy can be a real dick.
Well, you know, with a face like that, you'd have a grudge for humanity as well. See how I am implying that his physical attractiveness directly ties into his character? Don't do that, kids. It's very insensitive.
Well, cool people do that. Like here on the Cool Guy stream.
You need to reach a certain degree of cool to be able to insult people the way I do.
See, when we do it, we are being facetious about it. Which is a cool way of saying ironic.
Yep.
So it means, well, actually what it means. Ironic means something else actually, but who cares?
Well, you see, big words are useful for guarding yourself against criticism. What they actually mean is not terribly relevant.
Also, definitions change. Deal with it.
language does evolve, that doesn't mean that you can use the wrong word and then say, hey, everyone else does.
But if everyone else doesn't by definition the definition change?
It doesn't though.
Doesn't it though?
No, it is entirely possible for everyone to be wrong. Happens with disturbing frequency.
That was the entire purpose of language, is to communicate ideas.
Then it is especially important to protect those ideas from the populace at large. Because if there's one thing that destroys ideas, it's
They're saying that most of the population should not be allowed to speak.
yes, stop teaching people how to read.
Just rip out their tongues.
Yep. Force them into muteness at birth. It's the only way to protect the world order.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that red Phoenix key, that does allow me to go through that one door that we found at the Anti-Souls Mysteries area. I think that's supposed to be the room where you'd be able to get that one relic that allows us to get to those certain areas I wasn't able to before. And just got hit by that plant. And you're sounding a bit faint again, Mark.
I'm not sure if this is a new room or not.
Scathing criticism on Japanese level design.
Are we just running in circles now?
I'm pretty sure I'm going the right way. We should almost be at the boss.
Yeah, we were here before.
Backtracking, my boy, backtracking.
Did Igarashi get any money to make this game?
Well, that was probably one of the biggest problems, that Konami probably didn't give them all that much of a budget to work with. Which I guess worked a lot better with 2D games, but when it comes to 3D games, it's pretty obvious.
Works a lot better when you can just reuse all your art assets from earlier games.
Yep.
Actually, I think Ecclesia had nothing but all new assets, come to think of it.
And then, of course, once they did that, Konami was all like, no, fuck you, we're getting someone else to make Castlevania now. We're sick of your shit.
Wait, all these new sprites? Igarashi!
We found someone with creative new ideas.
Just a 2-action character combat system.
Welcome.
Hey.
I haven't had any visitors in a while.
Yes.
It looks like something from Disney World.
Leon's face. Oh,
Something animatronic.
With that body.
oh shit, her head is taking off.
God!
All those stone statues were
Maybe I take care of myself.
a wonderful sight, weren't they? Don't worry.
All those stone
You'll be joining
statues
them
that
soon enough.
the player literally could not see until this cutscene.
All those stone statues, they weren't nearly as smooth as me.
I'll grind you to dust.
And that's what sets her off, being called a monster.
Look, lady. I'm not saying, but you know, I'm just saying. Hadouken! Oh shit, Ivy!
Yeah, the thing is, the I-beam attack, she actually gives it a name. It's apparently Panic Soul.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I thought maybe it was some sort of reference to an old song or something.
This old 80s rock ballad, Panic Soul.
And, yeah, then there's that. She just
Stone.
rolls up into a ball.
Oh,
The sphere is the strongest shape in nature.
And then there's the one attack where she just cries bloody tears and leaves a trail of blood behind that can do damage to you.
Oh shit, she literally puked snakes. That is the best thing. I am not a monster! Pukes snakes, unironically.
Sorry, I had a little bit too much to eat yesterday.
I do like her boxing style of 1-2s with her snake head here.
Looks like some cheap animatronic or something. Some dude in a Harry Housing film.
That whip is...
It's Ronaldo's whip.
No one can stand
Apparently,
up
it's
to ride
effective
it.
even on legendary monsters.
It wasn't so powerful before. Did it gain its complete form?
Complete
That
form.
was...
Still, it's no match for my master!
Hey kid, put your arm in my mouth. There's candy in there.
And then she turns into stone. Such an expression of poetic justice.
Ronaldo comes in after and just sells that to some art dealer.
Rolls the head out.
As it gets mounted on one of the walls of Constantinople. Or has that already been raised at this point?
No, it's still intact.
Oh.
Ronaldo.
Well,
I'm glad you're
rebuilt,
back.
I should say.
What's
It
the
is
matter?
still its own
You have an odd look on
country.
your face.
Yep.
Well, about this whip.
Were there
What's
You have an
problems
odd
with it?
look on your face.
No,
Well, I just
That
fought the
isn't it.
silliest boss fight in this game.
I heard something about it gaining its complete form.
Oh,
Hey Gandalf, what's up with that Medusa in the
That's
garden?
true. The whip is not yet complete.
But it has become more powerful than before.
That is because of you. I hate to say it, but it seems it fits you better than me.
Is there a way to complete it?
It's better for you not to think about that. It's impossible by any normal means.
But
do not think about it. There are other things you must take care of right now.
all right.
Do not even think about completing the whip and making it into a far more powerful and useful
like
weapon.
today?
You have more important things to do, like fighting monsters with your whip.
Is this fine? Would you like anything else? Is this okay? Would you like anything else? Is that all?
By the
What
way,
would you like?
upgrading the whip might require a blood
Is this
sacrifice.
fine? Would you like anything else? Is that all?
Well played.
Good luck.
Armor made out of meteoric iron.
It attracts all the swords towards you.
Shit.
Welcome. What would you like today?
This isn't meteoric iron, it's magnetic iron. Ah!
Come back soon.
All the skeleton archers are overjoyed. He has fire in your general direction, and the arrows just home in Dark Souls style.
I'm surprised you can't buy a macho brace for Leon. To increase his gains even more.
Weighted vest. Increases leg gains from running.
Oh, hey.
Hey, we're 3/5 through the game.
This one I remember.
Magic missile.
Magic missile.
This one is actually pretty good. But I unfortunately don't have enough hearts to show it off just yet.
You could just wreck one more of those things, but
I'll just make use of heart repairs. I could just duplicate them anyway.
You cheating scum.
Excuse me, I like to think of it as, you know,
Entrepreneurship.
If the devs did not want us to use the exploits, why did they put them in the game? Checkmate, atheists.
but yeah, so the magic missile, it just simply makes a bunch of knives appear and they home in on anything that's close by.
Neat.
It's actually pretty handy since even with the bosses, it does tend to stun them with every single attack.